Welcome to Pages of the Multiverse, where every universe has a story. Here, we dive into the hidden corners of Marvel and DC Comics, exploring alternate realities, forgotten timelines, and the countless versions of your favorite heroes and villains. In this video, we will dive into the story from Marvel What If, where all members of the Fantastic Fours gained the same powers. In Marvel's What If issue 11, the Watcher continues to observe events on a different Earths where the Fantastic Four's origin takes a dramatic turn. On Earth-9033, all four members gained the abilities of the Thing. On this world, the cosmic storm that gave the Fantastic Fours their amazing powers took a far more tragic turn. As the crew laid out on the ground, knowing that something is seriously wrong, they start to feel heavy, like gravity was pushing down on them. Ben Grimm is the first to turn into the well-known orange rock form of the Thing. Driven by anger, Ben snaps a tree in two, and threatens to kill Reed Richards for turning him into a monster. As Ben began to swing the tree trunk, it was stopped in its tracks by a big grey hulking hand. It was Reed Richards in his monster form. The two friends begin to fight each other. Ben told Reed that he had warned him about the cosmic rays, and mentioned that they should have waited until the shields on the ship were ready, but Reed was too impatient. Ben was able to get a punch that sent Reed flying. Johnny Storm pleads with Reed and Ben to stop fighting. But the two monsters didn't listen. Reed Richards returns the favor by punching Ben in the face, knocking him down. At the same time, Johnny starts to transform into a facial disfigured version of the Thing. Johnny continues to shout at Reed and Ben, telling them that they have been turned into monsters, but then Johnny remembers his sister Susan Storm. He starts to look and even calls out for her. Then to his horror, he sees his sister. Sue had been transformed as well. She has taken the form of the Man-Thing. Unlike the others, Sue cannot speak. Even when they looked her in the face, there was no signs that she even recognized them or even maintained any intelligence. Ben couldn't believe that Sue was transformed into this creature. He even stated that she used to be beautiful. Reed suggested that the best way to save Sue and the rest of them were to get to his lab. Ben laughs it off, asking how were they going to get to his lab in their condition. Reed snaps back, saying they have no choice. The group arrived in New York, but they are spotted by two police officers on their evening patrol. They stepped out of the squad car and orders for them to stop and show their identification documents. Reed, using his strength, smashes the patrol car, and with an eerie smile asks the officer, "You were saying?" With his new strength, Reed is starting to show that he is enjoying his powers. The officers fled for their lives, and the group continued their way to Reed's lab. As they walk through the back streets to avoid more police, Johnny asks Reed what will they do if they come across the police. Reed responds, stating that he was not afraid of the police as they were scared to challenge their great strength. In Reed's apartment, the group were listening to the radio reports of a group of monsters roaming around the city. Ben notices that Reed is losing concentration and becoming irrational as time goes on. In the next room, Reed orders Ben and Johnny to bring Sue. He shows them a machine that he had been working on. A flying hovercraft. Reed asks Ben if he could fly the craft, to which Ben said he could. Reed figured that their best option were to fly the craft to Monster Island to spend the rest of their lives. Thanks for watching. If you love multiverse stories, subscribe for new videos every week. Right here on Pages of the Multiverse.